It's sitting there, staring at us, Detective Jameson said, his voice low, as if the creature might hear him. Don't look at it. Just let me think, replied Dr. Sara Elvin, the linguist who had been brought in against her will. It's an alien. You really think it can help solve a human murder? Jameson questioned, skepticism lacing his words. We don't even know what it is, she shot back, her voice tense, every word carrying the weight of uncertainty. I don't know what it is, but it's here, and we're not leaving without an answer, Jameson retorted, his gaze never leaving the alien pet in the cage. It's not a pet. It's a witness, Dr. Elvin whispered, her breath barely audible. A silent one. Then, Jameson muttered, pacing around the room. You don't understand, she continued, more to herself than to him. This creature, it's not just an animal. It's an intelligent being, and it knows more than you think. Then why doesn't it speak? He asked, narrowing his eyes, as if the creature might respond. It communicates differently. Great. Just what we need. More cryptic nonsense. You'll see, she said, her voice steady now. It's a witness, and we just have to learn how to listen. The tiny alien pet, with its glowing skin and strange, shifting patterns, watched them with those large, dark eyes, its pupils reflecting the tension in the room. You're telling me this thing is going to help us solve a murder? Jameson asked again, incredulous. Yes, but we need to understand it first, Dr. Elvin replied, her voice calm but firm. It's not going to talk, Sara, Jameson said, frustration bubbling beneath the surface. It's not about talking. It's about understanding and feeling. This creature, it processes emotions and thoughts differently. You're losing me here. The only thing that matters right now is the victim's last moments. This creature, it was there. It was present. It saw something. Saw something? Jameson echoed, narrowing his eyes. You mean it was in the room with him? With Grayson? Yes. The alien. It's not just an alien, Sara. It's a suspect until we figure this out. Jameson cut her off. No, it's not. It's the key. And we've been trying to force it into a box that it doesn't fit into. So what now? You want me to go sit in front of it and have a heart-to-heart conversation? Something like that, she said softly. Minutes passed. The silence in the room grew heavy, thick with unspoken thoughts. What if I told you this alien is linked to a species from a different galaxy? Dr. Elvin said after a pause. A species from another galaxy? That's your big revelation? It's not just a revelation, detective. It's the truth. We don't know everything about them, but we do know that their way of communication is unlike ours. They don't speak words the way we do. They speak in feelings, in impressions. Feelings? That's how this thing can help us? Feelings? Yes. And how exactly do we read those? It's not about reading. It's about syncing with them. You need to let it connect to you. You need to think with it. So what? You think it'll show me who killed Grayson? Not directly, but it can show you what it felt that night. The emotions, the atmosphere. And that could be enough to unlock the mystery. You're asking me to trust an alien to help solve a murder. Do you have any idea how insane that sounds? You're already here. Might as well give it a shot. The creature blinked its large eyes, the colors on its skin shifting to a darker hue as it slowly turned its head toward the two humans. I'm not sure about this, Jameson muttered under his breath, looking at the alien warily. You won't know unless you try, Dr. Elvin said softly. Fine. He stepped forward hesitantly, as if the creature might suddenly spring at him. Don't be afraid. Just let it touch your mind, she encouraged. Touch my mind. Yes. Close your eyes. Let it come to you. This is ridiculous. But he did it anyway. He shut his eyes and waited, his heart pounding in his chest. The air in the room grew thick with an unexplainable energy. Jameson could feel a pulse, faint but undeniable, emanating from the creature. And then, a rush of images flooded his mind. What is this? Jameson whispered, barely able to comprehend what he was seeing. It's connecting with you, Dr. Elvin said. Watching him closely, Jameson saw flashes of the victim, Grayson, sitting in his office, his face twisted in fear. He's scared, Jameson muttered, his voice trembling. Yes, that's the alien's imprint. It felt Grayson's fear. It's showing you that. But why? What is it trying to tell me? It's showing you the emotions Grayson was experiencing before he died. That's our first clue. It was scared of something, or someone, Jameson said slowly, piecing the images together. Keep going. What else does it show you? Dr. Elvin urged. The flashes continued, Grayson in the midst of an argument, shouting at someone in a language Jameson couldn't understand. Who was he talking to? Jameson murmured. The alien might not know, Dr. Elvin said gently, but it knows what Grayson felt. That's where we need to start. It's showing me someone's silhouette. A figure. Focus on it. Don't let it fade. But the image was fading, like smoke dissipating in the air. No, Jameson shouted, reaching out. It's slipping away, Dr. Elvin said softly, but don't give up. It's all there. Just think back. Think about the emotions. The room was silent again, the alien pet now lying still in its cage, its glowing skin pulsing slowly in rhythm with the steady beat of Jameson's heart. We're getting somewhere, Jameson said finally, his voice uncertain but determined. Yes, we are, Dr. Elvin agreed quietly, her gaze fixed on the creature. But the question lingered in the air. What would they discover next, and would they be able to understand what the alien had to offer before time ran out? The creature's eyes glowed, pulsing softly as the room filled with an eerie silence. Detective Jameson's breath was heavy, each beat of his heart syncing with the faint hum of the alien pet's energy. His fingers twitched, as if reaching for something just out of his grasp. Jameson, we've got something, right? There's a connection here. I know it. Dr. Elvin, yes. But it's not enough yet. It's showing us flashes, emotions, but it's not complete. Jameson, so what do we do now? Sit here and wait for it to finish its little slideshow? Dr. Elvin, no, we need to understand it better. This alien isn't just a passive observer. It feels like us. It reacts, it picks up on things that we can't even begin to sense. It's giving us pieces, but we have to figure out how to ask the right questions. Jameson, right questions? I'm a detective, not a mind reader. You're asking me to guess what it's thinking. Dr. Elvin, not guess, Jameson. Sync. You need to sync with it. Feel what it's feeling. That's how you'll understand the vision it's sharing with you. Jameson closed his eyes again, his mind racing as he tried to calm his racing thoughts. He focused on the pulse emanating from the alien's body, trying to connect with it. The image of Grayson flickered again, but this time, something was clearer. A shadowed figure standing over him, their outline barely distinguishable but unmistakably threatening. Jameson, I see a person, but I can't tell who it is. It's like it's all in the shadows. Who is that? Dr. Elvin, you're getting closer. The creature is trying to show you the emotion, the fear Grayson felt, but you have to let go of your own assumptions. Let it speak to you. Don't try to force it into a box you understand. The room's temperature dropped slightly. The hairs on Jameson's neck stood up as the feeling of dread and confusion from the alien began to fill the space around him. He let it wash over him, letting go of his skepticism. As the images shifted again, his heart skipped a beat. Jameson, wait, I think I know this person. That figure, it's familiar. Dr. Elvin, who is it? Jameson, it can't be, but it's him. The one who had the motive. Grayson's business partner, Alan Carver. Dr. Elvin, Alan Carver? Are you sure? Jameson, I never liked him. Always too smooth, always just a little too perfect. But this confirms it. Grayson was terrified of him. He must have been in the office that night. Dr. Elvin's brow furrowed. She turned her attention to the alien, her mind racing to keep up with the detective's sudden realization. Dr. Elvin, the creature. It's showing you that much, but it's not enough yet. We need more. Grayson's emotions, his fear. Everything was so intense. But why? Jameson looked back at the alien, frustration starting to build again. Jameson, I don't know, but I think Carver's involved. Grayson was onto something. Maybe something Carver didn't want him to know. Dr. Elvin, we need to dig deeper. The alien knows more. I can feel it. There's a connection between Grayson and Carver, but we don't know the whole story yet. The alien shifted slightly, its glowing skin rippling with another pulse of energy. Jameson and Dr. Elvin exchanged a glance. This time, they both felt it. The connection had deepened, but the alien wasn't finished yet. It was offering something, a final piece of the puzzle. Jameson stepped forward once more, his voice steady but with an edge of urgency. Jameson, come on, show me what you've got. Show me the rest. What happened next? What did Carver do to him? The room grew heavier as the alien's energy intensified. A sudden rush of images filled Jameson's mind. He saw Carver, his face twisted with rage, and then Grayson, backed into a corner, desperately trying to protect something. Jameson, he was protecting something. A document. No, not just a document. Something bigger. He felt the alien's presence shifting, a sudden surge of realization. The creature wasn't just sharing an image anymore. It was sharing a feeling of betrayal, the deepest kind. Dr. Elvin, it's not just a murder, is it? This wasn't about anger. This was about something far more important. Grayson must have known something that could destroy Carver. Jameson, it was bigger than money, bigger than just a business deal. Grayson found something that would bring Carver down, and Carver was willing to kill to keep it hidden. Dr. Elvin. But what was it? The alien's energy shifted again, stronger now, as though urging them to understand. The room darkened as another flash of images appeared. Documents, legal files, a small, intricate device. It was all flashing too quickly for Jameson to process, but one thing was clear. Carver had been trying to hide something far more dangerous than just a financial scandal. Jameson, the device, it's not just a business deal, Sara. It's something dangerous, something bigger than we ever realized. Grayson found evidence of something that could ruin him, ruin all of them. Dr. Elvin looked at the alien, her heart racing as she pieced everything together. Dr. Elvin, the creature, it didn't just witness a murder. It witnessed a conspiracy. The realization hit like a freight train. Jameson turned to Dr. Elvin, his voice full of determination. Jameson, we need to find that device. Whatever it is, it's the key to everything. Dr. Elvin, and Carver knows we're getting close. He's already covered his tracks. We have to move fast. Jameson, let's not waste any time. In the following days, they followed every lead, every clue, using the alien's insights as their guide. The deeper they dug into Grayson's past, the more they uncovered about Carver's dealings. What had started as a simple murder investigation soon unraveled into something much larger, an international conspiracy that could bring down powerful figures across the globe. But as they drew closer to the truth, they found themselves up against forces far more dangerous than just one greedy businessman. The alien had shown them the way, but the risks were higher than ever. The more they learned, the more they realized that the creature wasn't just a witness. It was their only chance to stop something far worse from happening. Days passed, and the investigation led them to an underground facility hidden beneath the city, Carver's last stronghold. Inside, they found it, Grayson's final secret. Jameson, this is it. This is what Grayson died for. In front of them was a small, glowing device, the same one they had seen in the alien's visions. It pulsed with energy, almost alive in its own right. Dr. Elvin, this could change everything. This is why Grayson was killed. It's not just evidence. It's the key to a new kind of technology, something that could destroy everything we know. And as the alien's presence grew stronger around them, Jameson realized one thing. The silent witness had not just helped them solve a murder. It had saved the world from something far worse. Months later, the truth about Carver's empire was exposed, and he was brought to justice. But as for the alien, no one knew what had happened to it. Some say it left Earth, its mission complete. Others believe it stayed hidden, watching over humanity from the shadows, waiting for the next time it was needed. For Detective Jameson and Dr. Elvin, the bond they formed with the alien would remain a secret, one shared only between them, and a silent witness who had saved them all.